Hey guys, it is me, Sir Nanan, and welcome back to Without Within. Now last time, we ranted, and believe it or not, I had to re-record this because the mic quality was atrocious. In fact, it might have been the first part, I don't know. But we went rant, and that gave us the bad ending, so we're gonna try to just preserve our thoughts. I decided to keep these as pleasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought, a man paused to look at my calligraphies, hit a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared a moment with my works. This must be a reward. Time could hardly be more perfect. As I'm encouraged to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging for these? I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. He then would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Okay, so our options are attack or restrain. Last time I did something, that ended horribly. So I think this time I'm going to restrain myself. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I've wasted all this time over nothing. Yet if I lacked the gift, preserving might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes, and I clenched my fist to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard some kid crying within the crowd. Looks like we had a long shadow on our hands. Some Dutchman, some glances, none of them offered him more than that. These are really horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself that I never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. Should I ignore the kid, or should I help? What would I do in real life if I saw a lost kid? I'd probably help because that's the right thing to do. If I judge others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, is it okay? Did you lose Mummy? Oh my god, is she British? The boy was sobbing too hard. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid man, not least, noticed we get a good boy into his ear. What's your mummy's name? If I'm pissing off any British people, I'm sorry. Hungry. Her name is Hungry. The boy's tummy growled irresolute. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? I clicked the wrong thing. Return. The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually. I want ice cream. And so it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing around and let half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's Mummy's name. Jessie! I called it a street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Making me blush, in fact. Maybe I started showing Jessie around the next time I saw my calligraphies. I took no more into my time take. Guess I knew my shift started a half hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman screamed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past the red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mummy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After murmuring apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful, just wonderful. The tone of praise curled my lips in a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there is something I need help with. Anything in my power, miss? Which way to the train station? Oh, boy. The sky had done dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant and gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vinty for a reason. Miss Vinty! The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me and my tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was in there somewhere. Probably. Maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me for not being here during such a busy time. In the end, I took all the blame without complaining. Well, at one point I locked myself in the toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might or might not have found out about dunking my workmates' heads into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though. At least I earned the paycheck I need to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept rushing me towards finding a second job. On my way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. The game had long been hyped on every forum. A new, amazing art, along with a cast of infamous voice actors. The writers and composers, big names too. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money put behind this project. The way the banner hung gave me a sense that it was extra important. Bright lights shone on the princess's face to impress potential players. Yes, that's what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. Hey, I think that was Vinty. Oh, no way. You mean the famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask for her autograph. Major would then step in and speak on my behalf. Please line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. And no response. Autographs are available for $100. Thanks. That would be $100, thanks, game shop owner said. Princess Aria cost twice what I had predicted. If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping to have more cash than I had on hand. And I realized. Turns out I had less, actually. Okay, first off, what kind of game? Who would pay $100 for a game? You pay the $300, the $400, $500 for the console, and you're going to pay that much for the game? I would much rather just play classic games on a Wii U. Or PS1 games on a PS4. Because that's still too much. If the next Grand Theft Auto 6 came out, and it cost $100, I would not pay that. That's ridiculous. I hung my head, and the story keeps on. His arch eyebrows pressured me in buying a game. I did ride 3 trains to get here, might as well pick something up. I told shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. And pulled out a different game from the table. He brushed the red dust on it. I could see the cover. Title read Sunflower War, some visual novel about the battlefield. Copyright 1997. The bottom read. No wonder it was so cheap. Art by Invert Mouse, whoever the heck that was. The red cover picked perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the kid to see what was highlighted on the back. The game's forwarded up to 640 by 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology. The storekeeper grimaced. Much sense I wouldn't say now. His damn my palm stained with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing folks that have always been a weakness of mine. Remind me to never visit the store again. Well, guys, I think that's where I'm going to stop this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and to all of you in the Nana Nation, I, for some reason, thought of that name just now. Might as well call the fans that. If I get any, I'll call them the Nana Nation. But I am Sir Nanan, and I will see you in the next one.